everyone. At the Wells Fargo Center as the 76ers look to grab a win here in Philadelphia.
It's got a nice clean game, huh?
For the Philadelphia 76ers, they come in off that loss to the Timberwolves. So Philadelphia will get the first possession. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's check out who's on the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. On the floor for Portland, Lillard at the point with C.J. McCollum playing the 2. Plumlee out there with Myers Leonard. And it's Stauskas in at the 3 slot. A 3 from McCollum. There's the bucket. Good. McCollum's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
And guys, C.J. McCollum is a scoring-minded combo guard out of Lehigh. Was taken with the 10th pick back in 2013 and still looking to make a big impact in the NBA.
Lillard, the pass to McCollum. He kicks it to Plumlee. Lillard attacking. Plumlee trying to break loose. Lillard misses. Okafor kicks to Thomas. Pass to Neal. Shoots the 3. The shot no good. And the Trailblazers going the other way. And Lillard kicks to Stauskas. Great D that time from Thomas.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
The feed now to Crabb. Leonard against Landry. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops. Landry's got his first points of the night.
That's a nice job of getting the ball in the paint and burying the shot. That's exactly how it's done.
Lillard with it. They count on his contributions, currently providing 16.5 points a game. Shot clock at 6. Kicks it to Leonard. That one's no good. 0 of 1 to begin the game. To the left wing. Okafor in the post. Rebound by Stauskas.
You know, they don't score on that shot, but they're going to be happy with those kinds of possessions.
And Lillard kicks to Stauskas. Here's McCollum. He's a good contributor to his team, averaging about 10.5 points a game. Here's Leonard. And the foul called on Gary Neal. That's his first foul.
Just such a good shooter from that range.
And you factor in his height advantage, it's almost unfair.
Mason Plumlee will really put it on you. Tough, hard-nosed player, has the size to bang and the athleticism, GA, to run the court.
And it's interesting, Kevin. His game translated better as a professional than maybe as a collegiate. I mean, he's a guy that's a lunch pill kind of player. Rolls up his sleeves, focuses in, and willing to do the dirty work.
Excellent point about the comparison college to pro. I think you're right on.
And, you know, back to Plumlee, he showed steady improvement last season, improved statistically in just about every category over his rookie year. If he could become a little less mechanical with his postgame, I think he could even go higher.
McCollum dishes to Leonard. The pass to Plumlee. He feeds it to McCollum. Stauskas, the best to McCollum. Here's Leonard. Offensive rebound. The 76ers have gone 3 of 7 from the field since we've gotten underway. Landry, screen on Lillard. Philadelphia moving the ball around. Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. Leonard attacking. Misses the layup.
You know, one thing about Plumlee, going back, he's been a tremendous rebounder. He can shoot over 60% from the field for you. However, he was a terrible free throw shooter last season, under 50%, which caused at least a couple teams to employ a little hack-a-Mason strategy.
Well, Clark, we've seen the lead change hands quite a bit in this one.
Yeah, we sure have. I mean, it's been a bit of a windshield wiper game. I mean, back and forth, the lead has gone 5 times, so no one in clear control yet.
And, guys, I think each team knows they can win this game, just a matter who can catch that momentum.
So timeout called here, the first for Portland.
Okay,
And Isaiah Thomas, traded last season from Phoenix over to Boston, seemed to be a matter of fit and not production as to why they moved him.
Sellinger's checked in for the 76ers. Portland trailing here. Greg, you were talking about Isaiah Thomas. He had no love lost for the Suns in their first meeting. He took them apart, Clark, on the floor. Remember that game? Stared them down as he was hitting shots. Looked at that bench, man. He had a big chip on his shoulder.
Yeah, and you know, most guys that are a little undersized and have battled doubters all their careers bring that kind of edge anyway. You throw in the fact that he was disappointed how the trade unfolded. He was amped up and ready for that return visit.
And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the Trailblazers.
Well, I think the defensive aggressiveness on display here has caught him off guard, playing airtight defense and coming up with the steals.
And also defensively, they've been able to cause some turnovers tonight, and that also builds confidence and gives you momentum.
McCollum, no good.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Now here's Sellinger. He's been patient so far, nothing yet on the scoreboard. And it's blocked. And it's out of bounds. The 76ers able to retain possession here.
Checking in for the 76ers.
And the 76ers will go for a different look here. Elton Brand's checked in for Okafor. Grant comes in for Alan Crabb. Hollis Thompson's checked in for Gary Neal. And Smith subbed in for Isaiah Thomas. And Philadelphia decides to take their first timeout right here.
Nick Stauskas had some great moments on the court last season, guys, but perhaps his most memorable contribution was his nickname of Sauce Castillo. Came out of nowhere, but it stuck with him, and he's going with it. I'd love to hear the story behind that.
So Portland ends up going with the new group. 6 on the shot clock. Thompson inside the line. It's good. The assist that time from Smith. Well, Clark, as you were talking about Nick Stauskas, he earned the name Sauce Castile last year. Came about when a bad translation on a Kings game referred to him as that name in closed caption.
And guys, credit to Stauskas because he ran with it, made the most of the opportunity, even launched his own Sauce Castile hot sauce. And I can't attest to if the sauce is any good, Kevin, but I'm still waiting for a taste test.
I am too. Put it on what? You put on bread and crackers and
hamburgers.
Hamburgers. Okay, we'll try it.
Yeah.
We'll try it. And with Gerald Henderson Jr., what you see is what you get. A solid player, good athleticism, but he doesn't really specialize, Clark, in any one thing.
Well said, Kevin. Right on the mark with that. He came into the league as a jack-of-all-trades kind of guy. Skills were somewhat unrefined, and that's sort of where he is today. He is who he is.
Smith kicks to Sullivan. A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. Buries the long-range jumper.
How in the world did they let him get that wide open?
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Ish Smith. That's his first foul.
And going back to Henderson, he has the raw tools and intelligence to be a good scorer, but limited range and ball handling skills have put a cap on his development. Plus, he kind of lacks a go-to scorer's mentality.
Heyman's shot is good. 1:24 left in the first quarter. And it's Smith penetrating. Here's Grant. Shot is off. Now the Trailblazers take it the other way.
And, of course, Gerald Henderson Jr.'s dad was a solid NBA player in his own right. Never made an all-star team, but was a 3-time NBA champion. And ultimately, that's what counts.
Now, here is Smith after Chris Kaman's miss. It's Owens with the drive. And it's Portland with the rebound.
Oh, excellent interior D to force the miss.
His defensive ability is a big factor. I mean, there's no denying that.
Now here's Henderson. He averages a bit over 6 points a game. Here's Jokic. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that.
And we know he's capable of those memorable dunks.
Yeah, and when he's got a lead like that, why not take a few chances? A lot more engaging and entertaining than just doing the old ho-hum one-hander.
No doubt that is within his range.
Well, I would hope so. He's a pro, and it was only a one-footer. Come on now.
Smith drives in. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2.
Nice work to get it inside and draw contact.
Exactly. The defense determined not to allow the easy layup right there. They'll settle for making him earn the free throws.
And so the first quarter is in the books. Trailblazers lead by 5. Live from Philadelphia, you're watching 2K Sports. Welcome back, folks. Thank you for tuning in to the NBA on 2K Sports as we get set to get going once again. Hey, during the break, players getting a chance to refuel and hydrate with some Gatorade as there is more basketball in store. What stands out to you guys from the Trailblazers so far in this one?
Really active hands early on here as they're able to acquire several steals.
Well, they've really been aggressive guys on defense, and it's paid off, so why stop? Keep it up.
Carl Landry is out there with Okafor. Then it's Thomas. Then it's Gary Neal. And it's Crabbe in at the 3. That's the group for Philadelphia to start the second quarter. Well, the plan has been obvious now, Clark, for a while. The 76ers really loading up on young players, letting them see a lot of minutes, and you're hoping it's going to bear some fruit, as you like to say, coming up.
Exactly, and it will in time because they've accumulated some really nice young talent, Kevin.
Here's Crabb. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. Landry dishes to Crabb. Landry passes to Okafor. And Landry throws it down.
How about that fantastic finish and the aggressive move, too, Kevin?
Trying to send a message, Clark, with that slam, I think.
And I'm not sure if it was text or email, but he definitely threw that one down.
Now here's Lillard. Plumlee in the high post. And here's Stauskas from the arc. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. Landry's got his third rebound on the night. Thomas with the ball. Lillard picks him up. Landry kicks to Okafor. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
And back and forth we go. That bucket gives us another lead change.
Too many of those to count. These teams have matched each other shot for shot, play for play. It has been impressive.
That pass into the paint, that is a work of art there. Dead on target.
Thomas dishes to Landry. Grab the pass to Landry. Left side, Thomas. 6 to shoot. And it's sent back by Plumlee. And here comes the break. Here's Lillard. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more.
Not fazed at all by having a bigger defender on him down low. And I really thought he would be.
You know, at first glance, you wouldn't think that he'd be comfortable in that particular situation. But, boy, I tell you what, he didn't look like he was out of his element at all right there.
Here's Crabb. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. And it's Okafor missing.
And you saw how quick the defense was. They were ready for him. They got the hand in the face there and made that much more difficult.
Yeah, and every team needs that kind of rugged interior defense because you want to try to distract your opponents when they get inside, and you also want to make them uncomfortable in their shot attempts.
Damian Lillard is a two-time All-Star. He just keeps getting better and better, and I love his demeanor on the floor. He seems a lot older than he really is.
Yeah, he's got an old head, and he's got a very even-keeled disposition about him, which serves him well. He almost missed the All-Star game last season and was an injury replacement.
That one falls, so he hits both of them.
And for Lillard, that motivation. Remember, he got cut from Team USA a couple summers ago in favor of Derrick Rose and Kyrie Irving. And Lillard calls it wood on the fire. Those things keep him focused and also hungry.
Really nice dime drop in there. Playmaking ability is exactly what you get from Isaiah Thomas.
Pass to McCollum. Leonard on the wing. Back to Plumlee. Portland moving the ball around. Here's McCollum. And he throws it down hard with one hand.
How about that? Breaking out the Statue of Liberty on that dunk.
A nice way to pad that lead a little more.
Yes, indeed.
Now here's Thomas. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. Stolen by McCollum. And here we go. It's blocked. They get it back. Leonard, no luck.
It's not winning basketball when you're attempting shots like that.
Yeah, come on now. You got to remember it's a team game. He's got 4 teammates out there with him. I don't think he needs to try to do it all by himself like that.
And remember, Lillard, the former Rookie of the Year, he's had his snubs, but also he's gotten some recognition. Even playing in the Pacific Northwest, he's got his own signature shoe now, and his star definitely on the rise. And guys, the Spurs coaching tree extends pretty far these days. Coach Brett Brown, another former member of the Spurs staff, to be leading an NBA team.
Here's what Philadelphia's going with right now. Sullinger's checked in for Okafor. Jeremy Grant comes in for Carl Anthony. Thompson, he's checked in for Gary Neal. And it's Ish Smith in for Isaiah Thomas. A different look now for Portland. Robert Covington's checked in for Harkless. And it's Isaiah Cannon in for Brian Roberts. Both free throws good from Crabb. Well, Greg, for Brett Brown and the Spurs connection, he was an assistant in San Antonio for 7 years, was really indoctrinated around the Spurs, conducted business, Clark, before coming to the 76ers.
Yeah, he's got an interesting accent, too, a mix of Boston Australian from where he grew up and where he spent a lot of time, but no doubting his passion and his coaching ability. He's good in both.
He was actually a head coach for Australia for a while in international play. Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over.
Yeah, you know what? I think he thinks he can make a few improvements to how things are going on right now.
Yeah, and you know, coaches always are looking for ways to tweak things and change it up a little bit, no matter what the situation is. That's what coaches do.
Trailblazers leading by 3. Cannon kicks to Henderson. Here's Covington. Portland again missing.
No breathing room at all to take that shot.
Passes it to Crabb. Grant outside. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Grant's got his first 2 points. Portland's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. And the foul goes on Isaiah Cannon. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, really good defensive play to cut him off there and square up.
Excellent example of toughness and physicality on defense. Got his nose right in the middle of things and made a play.
And Philadelphia making a change here. Rand's checked in. Screen by Smith. Here's Sullinger. And he drops it in from the low post. Sullinger's got his first basket of the night. It has been nip and tuck through the first half.
No kidding. I mean, neither team has been able to hold the lead for any length of time, guys.
So close.
Exactly, guys. The way it's seesawed back and forth, unbelievable.
Trailblazers trail by 3. Pass to Jokic. The dish to Kaman. Inside. Shot to stop the run. And it's good on the way in.
I love how he establishes his post position inside before he converts.
Smith kicks to Brand. Grant outside. Thompson dishes to Sullinger. Grant. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. Grant's got the lead up to 3 now for the 76ers.
And really a fantastic season for Sullinger last year. Really made some leaps forward, but missed a lot of time still due to injury.
A second chance effort. And Kaman finishes inside. Kaman's got his second bucket tonight.
And that putback about as easy a bucket as you're going to get.
Exactly what happens when you don't box out, Greg.
1:07 left now here in the second. Smith kicks to Brand. Sullinger right side. And the 76ers tack on 2 more. Sullinger did continue to improve last year, Clark, but you can't ignore that he had to miss time once again.
Yeah, and you hope that he'll be able to stay healthy for a full year at some point. When he's on the floor, he's a hard matchup for just about every team in the league.
You can't afford to get him that kind of a look.
Well, you know, he came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you got to do a better job of fighting over and through that.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock.
Incredible timing on the alley-oop.
He absolutely hammered it down.
And guys, mark that play right there, because that could be the one that leads to a surge to break this thing wide open.
Now here is Smith. Shot clock at 5. The shot is off. Kaman with the defensive effort. And here's Covington from the arc. He got it up that time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that has been very close so far. Trailblazers out in front, up 2. We have a close ball game on our hands as we get set for the second half of basketball. We've seen Carl Landry really having a great game.
Yeah, pretty much all throughout that first half, and he was taking care of his business on the low blocks and getting more than his fair share of dunks.
Guys, he's been in beast mode down low, asserting his will. The defense has been helpless, unable to slow him down.
The third quarter now beginning. Both sides looking to pull away in the last half of the game.
Just an amazing game for Carl Landry. He has 11 points and a pretty good rebounding performance from him also.
And Clark, he's been terrific in terms of his positioning and boxing out very well also, just battling hard on every possession.
Here's who Jerry Stotts is starting the second half with. We've got Cannon. He's out there with Henderson. Chris came in out there with Robert Covington. Crabbe kicks to Thomas. Picked by Okafor. 7-foot shot. And it's Portland with the rebound. Dishes it to Covington. Beyond the arc. That one goes. Count it. Covington's got the first basket of the third quarter for the Trailblazers. Thomas passes to Okafor. And it's Kaman with the rebound. Kaman's got 3 rebounds now in this one. Cannon kicks to Kaman. To the paint. 8 feet away. And it hung on the rim, but wouldn't fall for him. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've had a number of empty ones, a long time without a basket.
They got to find something, you're right. Over to the left wing. That drops. Landry's got 13.
That's a clean look they gave him there, fellas, and he drains those.
Cannon dishes to Henderson. And another 3 for Portland.
Boy, such outstanding patience and decision-making for them offensively.
Absolutely. Their ball movement has been outstanding, and they're piling up the assists.
Now, that's a killer crossover. The defender got totally shook up by that move.
Here's Cannon. He's guarded by Thomas. Kaman a screen. Here's Henderson.
Oh, wow.
That's a beautiful jam.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game right now.
Clark, there is a swagger out here on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either.
That's right.
I tell you what, I used to love to go up and jam like that.
Cannon, the pass to Keenan. Henderson, no one around him. Cannon kicks to Keenan. Fires the three. Henderson, no good. The 76ers trail by 6. Feeds it to Craig. Corner shot. And it's rebounded by Covington.
Not really sure what he was thinking about on that shot. That is not high IQ basketball.
Not at all. I mean, he shouldn't even have considered taking that shot. Just a poor choice there.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
The 76ers have been on target from the free throw line. They're 5 of 5 in that department.
You've got to appreciate their ability to make free throws, 81% as a team.
And the word is they challenge each other, guys. I mean, each and every one of them to improve their free throw shooting in the offseason. Held each other accountable in that area. And now you see the results individually and as a whole.
And there's the feed to Craig. The 76ers again can't hit it. Trailblazers leading by 3. Lillard outside. Launches it. Here's Leonard. And good work on the boards. They pick up the second chance points. Leonard's got his second basket of the night.
He got a great read of where that miss was going, and that allowed him to be the first guy to it and get the putback.
Here's Okafor. Lays it up and banks it in. Okafor's got 6 points.
Some big points there. I mean, they got him on a nice play to get the ball right to the bucket.
And exactly what they're looking for down the stretch, Clark. Just more of the same.
Lillard dishes to Plumlee. Thomas with the steal. He kicks it to Craig. Back to Thomas. The shot goes down and he gets this game back to even. He's got 6.
Man, that is not an easy shot right there. I mean, he had to get it off over a much taller defender.
Yeah, he needed to add just a little more loft on that one because of the size mismatch, and he did it perfectly.
And really, he epitomizes what a point guard should be. I mean, his skills as a passer might actually be matched by that creativity he shows around the rim.
Well, judging by that jam, Greg, I'd say you're absolutely right.
Boy, that's a nice surge for them just when they needed it in a game that was so tight.
And guys, Myers Leonard really showing signs of progress in last season. Huge steps forward for the big man.
And you know, progress is all about confidence with young players. I mean, his shooting percentages were remarkable when you look at the fact that 50, 40, 90, 50%, 40%, 90% for a 7-footer, unheard of, and he's in that neighborhood.
You know, I think Myers Leonard really finding his niche as a stretch big man. And I think with his size and athleticism, the Blazers had envisioned him making his mark in the paint. But the way he's shooting, though, that they're not going to complain nor try to limit his impact on the game.
Timeout called the 76ers.
And, you know, his teammates, Leonard's teammates, encouraged him to just let it fly. So much of the NBA game is confidence. And he's having success putting the ball in the basket. And I think he has a chance to be a very good player.
And the 76ers with a completely new group now. Now Smith. Sullinger the screen. The drive by Smith. Here's Thompson. Another miss by Philadelphia. Trailblazers leading by 4. Over to the wing. Stauskas kicks to Lillard. It's stolen by Smith. Thompson passes to Brand. And it's good. Fought through contact. Hits the shot. He'll go to the free throw line.
In that tight, with that much of an advantage height-wise, there's just not a lot the defense can do.
And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Trailblazers?
Guys, the passing we've seen from them has been tremendous. Very unselfish.
And also, I think it's really led to the rhythm and confidence you've seen from long range tonight throughout the entire game.
Grant kicks to Brand. Back to Grant. Thompson misses.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
McCollum kicks to Leonard. Takes the 3. Trailblazers keep it alive. Off target from the wing. The 76ers have gone 6 of 14 since halftime. A little cold from the field. For the lead. And it's sent back by Plumlee. And now Portland on the break. It's blocked. And here comes Smith leading the fast break. And the dunk by Grant. And Clark, as we approach the fourth quarter, still anyone's ball game.
Yeah, exactly right, Kevin. I mean, these teams just simply keep trading baskets, and as a result, trading the lead.
Yeah, neither team able to create much of a cushion.
Out to the wing. Stolen by Grant. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Grant's got 4 points this quarter.
He's played an important role in their offense today, guys. Without him, they may not be in the lead.
And here's Stauskas from the arc. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up.
And he found the perfect spot behind the arc there. Big gap in the D.
Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Fades back. And it hung on the rim, but wouldn't fall for him. Leonard with a screen on Smith. Three-pointer, Lillard. Got it off in time, but it's no good. That's the end of the third, and it's all tied up. And when we return, we'll get the fourth quarter rolling right here on 2K Sports. Thanks for joining us again as we get set. A terrific game so far. And here are the 76ers now. Isaiah Thomas out there with Gary Neal. Then there's Okafor. Then it's Allen Crabb. And it's Sullinger in at the power forward. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia. Kicks it to Leonard. For 3. And he gets the bucket. Leonard's got the fourth quarter going with the first basket of the period here for the Trailblazers. Right side, Thomas. He dishes it to Crabb. And here's Neal outside. And good on the basket. Book it. Neal's got it all tied up now for the 76ers. Lillard dishes to McCollum. Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Out of bounds. Philadelphia takes possession.
I tell you what, he clearly had a brain freeze on that one. You might just as well keep going straight to the bench.
Carl Landry's checked in for Sullinger. And now we've got the intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
And Lillard kicks to Plumlee. Stauskas inside the line. That's short off the rim. Philadelphia's gotten fewer than half of their three-pointers to go down tonight. They're 4 for 9. Thomas with the ball. Now defended by McCollum. Okafor. And he uses both hands to jam it in.
And I'm sensing something special going on here tonight.
It certainly does have the feeling of a classic, Greg. Let's see which team is better equipped to handle the pressure.
Lillard from outside. Portland no good that time either. Philadelphia leading by 4. Guys, we've seen some excellent offensive output.
Yes, sir, fellas. They've had it going on big time.
Yeah, great momentum for them offensively.
Tacks a few more points onto their lead with the tomahawk.
That's bringing it down hard, Clark.
Yes,
Bring it
sir.
down hard,
Yes,
my
sir.
brother.
Yes, sir.
Symbolic there as well of the effort here tonight.
And there's the pass to McCollum. And Plumlee kicks to Lillard. A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter. And that's a foul called on Nick Stauskas. That's foul number 2 for him. And the 76ers call time here.
Okay, Philadelphia, let's give a hand to your own Sixers dancers.
Burke has some information for us. Doris?
Well, over that break, I listened in on Brett Brown's huddle. He wants to make sure they stay assertive and aggressive on the offensive end, saying, I don't want to sit on this lead. Let's build on it and not give them a chance of coming back. Guys?
Landry kicks to Thomas. Clock at 6. From outside, off the mark. Here's Roberts. He's guarded by Thomas. Harkless the pass to King. Looking to end the drought. Okafor grabs the miss. Okafor's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Okafor sets the pick for Thomas. To the inside. Here's Landry. And the shot is good, dropping in off the front of the rim. Landry's got 6 here in this quarter.
And that's exactly how they've gotten the lead right here. Easily, he's been their most consistent.
Jam! I mean, just beautiful.
Forget about going for the long-range bomb to cut into that lead. Just take it to the hoop, my friend. Take it to the hoop.
And how, Clark? Brilliant throwdown.
Just exerting his authority on that play.
Pass to Neal. Harkless with the steal. And here we go with Henderson.
Such a huge play, guys. I mean, that's a 4-point swing possible. Tremendous steal and conversion right there.
And with the game literally hanging in the balance, a play like that is an igniter. That's where momentum can become a game changer.
Poke loose. And Thomas has it in the corner. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Neal dishes to Landry. And that one's good. Landry's got 10 points in just the second half.
I tell you what, I don't know what he did in the locker room, but he needs to do a little bit more of it because he's on fire.
Roberts passes to Jokic. And Roberts kicks to Kaman. Okafor with the steal. Here's Neal. And Gerald Henderson is going to pick up. That foul. That is his first foul of the game. To the inside. And Landry throws it down.
Taking it to the rack with power right there.
And hammering down with the two-handed slam.
Just piling on the lead with the dunk like that.
Fires the three. Can't hit.
You know, he just hasn't looked right to me. A bit out of sorts, if you will. Something's off with his mechanics, at least as I look at it.
Neal's shot is off.
Well, you know, they're in the lead, but he's still been frustrated from an offensive standpoint.
And Lillard kicks to Leonard. He's looking for Lillard and finds him. Portland again missing.
You know, the ill-advised threes isn't how you want to close the gap. You've got to have better shot selection.
Thomas goes in. Here's Okafor. Nice pass, nice catch, and a resounding dunk.
And he is the ultimate when it comes to being a floor leader on the offensive end.
Yeah, you know, he's got a little bit of Greg Anthony in it. He has been that leader today. I think he's done a really nice job of moving the ball and distributing it the way it needs to be done.
Well, Clark, I'm glad you referenced specifically why you thought he had a little Greg Anthony. I thought you were talking about my knees, my man. he looked a little hobbled out there for a moment.
Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over.
Yeah, enough scoring on the inside there. I think it's time for him to send a message to his team.
Yeah, you're exactly right. I guarantee you this talk centers around cutting down on all of those points coming in the paint. They've got to show more resistance there.
The Trailblazers making a switch here. Trailblazers trail by 10. Lillard, the pass to Jokic. Back to Lillard. And it's blocked. And Thomas, here we go. And that one's good. And the 76ers lead by 12. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for Philadelphia.
Contested shots and block shots. They're bread and butter defensively. They're giving up no easy looks.
Yeah, and another thing, they've created a lot of turnovers, but they've also been able to convert when they've gotten out in transition.
Thomas sets a screen for Landry. Upside Thomas. Landry with the screen. 6 to shoot. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. We've got 1:18 left to play in the final quarter. Lillard attacking.
And folks, those are hops you just don't see from that one spot every day.
Well, that's why he is such an uncommon talent.
Yep, uncommon and unparalleled. I mean, he makes things happen out there for sure.
The 76ers leading by 6. Here's Neal. He's looking for Landry and finds him. He feeds it to Neal. From downtown, Landry kicks to Neal. And here is Thomas. Another shot. No good. And it's Portland the other way.
Gotta score quickly.
Yeah, no time to waste here, partner.
And Lillard gets double teamed. Leonard dishes to McCollum. Leonard kicks to Anderson. Good. And now they trail by just 4. There's 21 seconds left to play here in the fourth. And they foul intentionally. They're going to have to do that now again and again. They're not in the penalty yet. And now we've got the intentional foul.
Yeah, you have to do that, though. You can't just let them dribble the game out.
Exactly. You got to stop the clock any way possible and hope they alligator arm a few of those free throws.
At the line for 2.
So he gets them both, and it's a 6-point ball game.
And that will add to a healthy lead after that trip to the free throw line.
Now a timeout called by Portland. They're behind by 6. There's 18 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, your thoughts?
And they still got a little time to play with, so a 3 and a quick foul would make things interesting.
Yeah, but they need some help. They're going to need some help any way you look at it. I mean, they're hoping for some missed free throws at the other end.
There's 18 seconds left in the fourth quarter. McCollum passes to Leonard. Yes!
Flying high and throwing down the hard one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys.
And really, he does that one as well as anyone. Kev, you're right. That's like his signature move once he goes airborne.
At the line.
And the first of two, no good, heartbreaker.
Crowd. Taking 2 shots.
That's good, going 1 of 2 from the line, and that puts them up by 5. Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over. They're down by 5. 8 seconds left in the fourth. Eight seconds left in the fourth.
It would have been something to see if he could hit that shot from that deep.
Greg, you know it. I know it. There aren't very many guys.